Clear signal.
Where?
Second to last block, and we'll be in Junction City in no time.
Ugh, finally. This train drags worse than the oil tankers, and these trains keep getting longer.
I hear ya. There hasn't been this much freight in nearly a decade. I can't remember the last time we had to double-head a train.
You think this will become a regular thing?
Maybe, maybe not. It's the end of the fall now. Trainmaster says he predicts traffic will start to...
What is it?
Gone an approach ahead. They're sticking us in the bypass again.
Again? That's the third time this trip. Who's it now?
I don't know, but whatever it is, it's coming up behind us fast.
Clear to Junction City. Sorry about the overtake, guys. I'll explain later.
The San Juan Limited, huh? He's late.
Very late. Trainmaster will have a field day with him if he doesn't make that up.
Now there's an assignment I wouldn't mind having all the time.
8 coaches at a walking pace is a breeze compared to this.
Far easier on the axles than this line of junk.
Come on, we've only got a few miles left. Let's double time it.
Right behind you. Ah, there's the speed demon himself.
Sorry for the overtake, guys. We were held up at Trinidad for nearly an hour. Dispatcher had to give me priority over everything.
And you were held up because...
Oh, it's always something. An old lady thought she was having a heart attack on board. False alarm, by the way. So the paramedics were called in. That held us up for 40 minutes. Took another 20 for the line to finally become clear of freight traffic. Plus, that one brake on the observation car was sticking again.
You poor thing. Well, if it's too much trouble, Nathan and I can always take over the Limited from now on.
What? Over my cold boiler! The Limited is the only time I can relax outside of the usual merchandise traffic. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Neither would we.
Oh, haha, very funny, guys.
Hey, did Trainmaster say something about bringing a crane to the yard?
No? Why?
There's something strange up at the roundhouse.
No, not something. Someone. 2 of them.
Ah, glad you could finally join us, boys. Roll in and take a seat. We have some exciting news today. It's not every day you get to see a new steam engine on the turntable. As you're all aware, we've been experiencing an increase in the workload this past summer and fall. While nothing we couldn't handle, the extra work has brought to light a few important issues. Chief among them, lack of locomotive availability. Having you all pull double shifts this season has improved the situation somewhat, but I'm sure you can all agree, it's no long-term solution.
You can say that again.
So to help us prepare for a smoother season next year,
Allow me to introduce the newest members to our roster.
this is Sidney.
Hello. So pleased to meet you all.
She's a Baldwin Light Pacific from the Southern Pacific, so she's already familiar with our type of territory. To my right, may I present Grant, our new 060 switcher from the Northern Railway.
Excuse me, sir. That's Great Northern.
Ahem. Great Northern Railway. They're here to help alleviate our power shortage problem that we've been having for these past few years. Since Ben will need to be broken in soon, Grant here will be taking up the slack in the yards.
And what's Sidney's job going to be, sir?
Still working on the details. For now, you guys can show her the ropes. Let's get her smoke box dirty in the next few days.
Is that the sound of who I think it is?
Oh, for the love of... Carter! Carter, get over here!
Sorry for the noise, boss. I've been tinkering with Sidney's lame air pump all afternoon, and I just dropped my toolbox on me foot. Again.
In case you hadn't heard, Carter just got promoted to head mechanic.
Like this is a position to be proud of? How am I supposed to work under these conditions? Missing tools, poor part quality, and not a lick of fresh oil between here and Chicago?
I understand your grievances, Carter. I assure you, they are being sorted.
Alright, no need for a temper.
Anyway, I expect you all to give Sidney and Grant your warmest welcome. That'll be all for tonight. See you all tomorrow.
Good night, Train Master.
So, Sidney, is it? Welcome to our railroad. I hope you find it pleasant here.
Thank you,
Anthony.
Anthony. I hope so. I've heard a lot about San Juan. Many engines and rail fans in the tourist circuit talk about you guys.
I didn't know we were famous.
Totally. I've heard several stories about the engines of San Juan. Getting the chance to meet you all, let alone work here? It's almost too good to be true.
Any idea to what job Trainmaster needs you for?
Anything that needs doing, I guess.
But I recognize your design. You're a passenger engine.
Very true, but I am capable with handling freight. You got something to say, Northern Boy?
The name's Craig, and no, I don't.
Come on, spit it out, Craig.
Share it with the rest of the class.
Well, no offense, Sidney. I'm sure you're excellent in handling branch line freight, but timed mainline freight is where I'm concerned.
Oh, I can handle time freights, okay?
Sure. Hauling rinky-dink boxcars on an overgrown patch of stapled track is one thing, but timed freights on the main line are the lifeblood of the railroad. The responsibility of the job is a whole other matter.
Said the engine with blown cylinders.
I'm responsible!
Look who's talking.
Hey!
Well, if time frames aren't to your liking, you can have my coal drags.
Not really my style.
She can have my chores up in the blue sky mine.
Well, maybe.
We can always use another helper engine.
Oh no you don't. Sid's coming with me on the commuter trip tomorrow. Trainmaster wants her to learn the route, and there's no better way to do that than the daily between Junction City and Blue Sky.
Well, if you say so.
No dice, fellas. I'm going to need my special tools out back for this lousy air pump. Sid, would you mind changing tracks for me? This might take a while.
Not a problem, Carter. I'll see you all in the morning, everyone.
Good night, Sidney.
I like her.
I think she'll fit right in.
Shall we destroy her?
Totally.
What? Huh?
Wow, you have such a gorgeous route here. Oh, not me. This is far better than sitting inside a building all day.
So Sidney, how long has it been since you pulled a passenger train?
This is the first time I've actually moved in 30 years.
Well, there's no shortage of passenger trains here. Besides, us Vandy gals need to stick together.
Who's they?
Heads up!
Ah!
Strike one.
Next time I see that mohawk.
Oh, don't worry. He'll get his.
What? Oh God, not this song. Hang on, I've got it. It won't shut off. Uh-oh.
Ugh, it's everywhere.
Oh, hi, Sandy. Sidney. You seem to be doing well.
Can I help you, Canadian boy?
Well, I'm off to pick up my usual afternoon merchandise train. It goes from here to the other end of the line past Blue Sky. I was wondering if you wanted to join. There are some grades on this line that can sneak up on engines if they're not familiar.
Oh. How nice of you. Sure, I'm game. Just give me a second to finish up here.
Great. Don't dawdle, though. We're on a strict timetable. Well, at least you will be.
Keep up, Canadian boy. You're slowing us down.
You are way too chipper for a freight run.
That's some attitude to have for your work.
Well, I saved my enthusiasm for the job that deserves it. Speaking of which...
Ooh, varnish! Nobody told me you boys had an express.
Yep, that's the San Juan Limited. A special charter train the trainmaster cooked up as a scenic mountain ride to draw in extra tourists.
Mind if I take it for a spin? It's been decades since I've had a real passenger run.
Wish I could, but it takes years before trainmaster trusts an engine with the Limited.
I bet I'll be in charge of it within 2 weeks.
You're funny, Sid. Oh, heads up. We're approaching the crest of the hill. The line drops sharply from here.
No, brakes off. I got this.
What are you... Whoa!
Cool it, Sid! This is too fast! What did you do?
Oh, just a little trick I picked up from the boys over Donner Pass. It's a great way to save time on grade descents.
That is so cool! You have to show me that!
I don't know. I only use it on the jobs that deserve it.
Oh, har. Seriously, how did you do that?
All in good time. Come on, these cars aren't gonna switch themselves.
Whoa, hold up, Sid. There's a procedure here. You can't just dump cars wherever you want. There are at least 6 more trains that have to be made before we can leave.
6? Wow, no wonder your trainmaster purchased Grant.
Well, if it's too daunting, I could take over.
In your dreams, Northern boy. Tell me what has to go where.
Okay, well, the first 4 cars go in track 2 over there.
Next!
Alright, those gondolas in track 5 need to go over in track 2 as well. Move those reefers as one group. And those tank cars go in track 4. Careful with those hoppers. No, that boxcar goes to the other end of the yard.
Oh, sorry.
Aren't you gonna lend a hand, Craig? We'll be here all day if she does this on her own.
Why bother when I brought my own switcher with me? She wanted to move cars. So I say take the opportunity, sit back and relax yourself.
Van Horn's beard! You're finished?
Oh, please. This is nothing compared to the hump yards in Los Angeles.
But it takes 2 hours to sort this yard! Minimum!
Okay, well, you wrap your smoke box around that. I'll take that light load of steel flat cars first, while you start with those general boxcar freights. You're the responsible one, after all.
Hold up. I just remembered. On the San Juan here, we have a rule. When 2 engines double head on the same trip, the trailing engine gets to pick their next assignment. I trailed, so I get first pick. That line of flats is mine.
You're the boss.
Hey, Sid. Dispatch says some of us are needed up at Chelsea Yard. If we want to make it there, he'll only make room on the main line for us now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Northern Boy. Looks like I'm needed elsewhere.
Well, hold on a sec! Come back here!
Well, looks like these are our loads for the day, Craig. Let's go move that crummy.
Aw, nuts. Wait a minute.
There is no Chelsea Yard!
You sure about this, Frank? My list says Sidney isn't tasked with this train.
Definitely. This order comes from Trainmaster himself. He said to cancel whatever job Sidney had and place her on this one. Call it a special, if you will.
Looks like the garbage train to me.
Special as in how urgent it is to get it delivered.
Alright, if the boss says so, consider it done. I'm gonna have to radio Sidney's crew about this.
No need. I'll tell her myself.
Thanks, Frank. She's down at the far end of the yards.
Did he will fall for it?
Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, that is great.
Hey, this isn't Southern Pacific territory. How'd you guys get here?
Cool your heels, San Juan. We're just chatting. My engineer started his career as Sidney's fireman back in the day. Technically, she is family.
Oh, you boys are so sweet. But it's all right. Need something, Frankie?
I've been told your next assignment has been pulled. Dispatch needs you to take a special out west.
Oh, nice. Thanks for letting me know, Frankie.
Not a problem. What?
Thank you, Grant.
Well, it's my pleasure, Miss Sidney.
Oh, such a gentleman.
What's going on?
Well, I was going to take this train of bad order cars up the joint line this afternoon, but since I've been reassigned, I guess that leaves you to do it.
Bad order?
Yeah, these cars are in need of some serious truck repairs, so they're going up to Trinidad for inspection. I was going to take it, but, well, orders are orders.
Hey, wait.
Have a wonderful day, Frank. Bye.
Looks like she got you, Steamer. You never mess with an SD girl.
This is a load of...
Hey, Frank!
Yes, sir?
You taking a nap? This train was due out 45 minutes ago. Get it out of here.
Yes, sir.
So Frank tried to pull the special garbage train routine on you. That makes sense.
Tried being the key word.
I'm surprised you still took it.
I used to work in California, Anthony. I've dealt with much worse. There you are. I was beginning to worry. You were taking so long with those freight trains, I thought it might have been too much work for you.
No, it was fine. I handled all of it. Alone.
Oh, wonderful.
Aren't you gonna use the water plug?
No. You go first, Northern Boy. My next train isn't due for another hour.
Okay then.
You do realize they're trying to break you, right?
Obviously. I've been on to them since the other night. They don't bother me.
So why are you going along with it?
I know their type. I've handled engines like those boys before. Most of the cab forward and mountain type engines on the Southern Pacific were the same way. Big, privileged, and with egos bigger than their fireboxes. Besides...
Ah! It's cold! Oh God, shut it off the water! Shut it off! Oh, for the love of Van
There's
Horn,
no
please, shut it
use in
off!
complaining over leaky water spouts.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like I said, I can handle myself. See you tonight, Anthony.
Whew. Talk to you later, Sid.
So cold.
Hey, Craig, I thought there was a limit on the number of baths you could take in a day.
Shut up.
I think we might have bitten off more than we could chew taking on Sidney. You're frozen, my axles are ruined, and I don't think Nathan will ever be the same again.
I can still hear it over and over.
I think we should quit while we're still standing on all drive wheels.
Maybe you're right.
Evening, everyone. I hope everyone had a nice day.
Keep it up, Pacific.
Afternoon, everyone. I'm going to be tied up tomorrow morning with some personal business, so I'm releasing tomorrow morning's announcements now. Dan and Anthony, there's a buildup of cars up in Blue Sky Mine. Go and take care of them first thing in the morning.
Yes, sir.
And Sidney?
Oh, here we go.
My money's on work train service.
I've decided from now on, you'll be assigned as the primary locomotive for the San Juan Limited.
Wow, congratulations, Sid. I have to say, I'm really... Wait, what?
You mean it, sir?
Every word of it. I've been searching for a suitable passenger locomotive for the Limited for years. And yesterday, I finally found one when I saw how well you handled Blue Sky Hill with Craig's freight.
You were riding the Limited? Frank?
I didn't know.
Oh, sir, I'm honored.
Oh, no need for formalities.
Sir, what about us?
With Sid handling the Limited full-time, that leaves your schedule open for permanent freight assignments. We had a heavy workload this season, and the pencil pushers up in the office tell me next year might be worse. So this assignment applies to Craig and Frank as well.
Kill me.
But sir, freight traffic is winding down for the autumn now. Things won't pick back up until next spring. What are we supposed to do until then?
There should be enough trickle freight to occupy us over the winter, but hey, if all else fails, there's always room on the track crew assignments.
Track crew?
Everyone else, normal assignments. Well, that's all for tonight. Get some rest, everyone.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You've been saying that all morning.
And I'll keep saying it!
Go easy on him, Nathan. Neither of us is happy about this turn of events.
I'm just as angry as you two. It was my turn next.
None of us will get a turn now.
How could he do something like that? He just handed it over to her with no hesitation whatsoever.
We've been hauling the Limited for years. Surely that counts for something.
Well, she is an excellent passenger engine.
Hey, Frank, do you know this engine talking to us?
Never seen him before in my life.
Alright, I get it. Honestly, though, I thought the trainmaster was gonna have her on commuter work.
Perhaps that's still an option.
How so?
It's simple. Sidney has already proved adept at the commuter run, but she has yet to do so with the Limited. For all we know, she'll crumble under the responsibility.
There's a thought.
Nah, Sidney's way too headstrong for that. She could probably run through a hurricane on one cylinder if it meant staying on time.
True. We'd have to break her spirit first.
Yeah, because that works so well already.
Maybe it's not her spirit that we have to break, just her reputation. You know, give an engine a heavy enough load, they can stall on the hill.
Yes! That's it!
What?
Blue Sky Hill! It's the steepest grade on the line. All we have to do is weigh Sid down with enough tonnage to stall her on the grade. Trainmaster will think she's underpowered and will have to fall back to using us.
That might work.
It's a bit juvenile.
Oh, come on, Nathan. It'll be easy. She starts out with a few cars at first, but eventually she has to make a few stops. At these stops, we
persuade her to carry a few more cars at a time. Soon she won't even have enough strength to leave the station. Those cars get heavy fast.
I see your point, Craig, but I'm just not sure if I want to go through with it.
Nathan, it's either this or coal hoppers for eternity.
Okay, sign me up. Let me know what the plan is tomorrow morning.
You won't regret this, big guy.
I hope so. For everyone's sake.
He's not on board with this, is he?
Not one bit.
Well, we better do this quick before he gets cold journal boxes on us.
But Nathan's right. Sidney is a capable locomotive. There's no way something simple like extra cars are going to slow her down.
You do have a point. What we need is a game changer. Something to really pull the rails out from under.
Everything all right back there?
Yeah, I'm fine. But I think this tank car has a problem.
Craig? The tank car has a what?
A game changer.
Ready for this, Sid?
Built ready.
Good luck with the limited, Sidney. I'm sure you'll handle it like a pro.
Thanks, Nathan.
You know, if you want a real test, perhaps you should take your reserve cars with you.
Reserve cars? You mean there's more?
Yep, we use these on the expanded autumn edition of the limited. The only way to accommodate extra passengers at that time of year.
Well, autumn is only a year away. You know what, Nate? Hand them over.
I must warn you, these cars are heavier than they look. Something wrong?
Oh, no. I was lost in thought.
I understand. By the way, I'm deadheading up the line myself. Mind if I tag along?
Well, if you must.
You alright, Sid?
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Ah, you've made it. On schedule, too.
Sure did. Nathan has been helping out with these extra cars. Whew. If this is what the autumn train is like, then I am not looking forward to October.
Just wait until the holidays come around. People flock from across the globe to ride the limited in winter. We usually have to double head engines because the train gets so long.
Double head?
That's right. Trainmaster insists on it, but we've always thought one engine could still do it alone. Never had the chance to try it, though.
What? Huh?
I can do it.
I don't know, Sid. This was just supposed to be a break and run. I don't want to push it with this many cars.
No worries. Me and Nathan have this. This is just for today, after all.
I can take these cars back if you don't want them.
No way! Bring them on!
If you say so.
And here we are at our titular city.
Finally!
Listen, Sid, I'm not sure how to say this, but you're being played.
Huh?
You see, me and the others, well...
Nathan, stop! I think your side rod is coming loose!
What? No, it's not.
I'm serious, Nathan. You should have Carter take a look at it.
But I feel just fine.
I think your side rod is loose, Nathan!
Right. Sorry, Sid. I'm gonna have to cut off here to be inspected. You sure you got this?
What? You can't just... no, it's all right. Go on ahead.
Suit yourself.
Good luck, Sid!
All right. Ready to go when you are, Sid.
Do you mind if I take a minute? My bearings, they feel a little warm. I might need to take some time to cool off first.
No worries. Take your time.
Oh, man, what have I gotten myself into? Now I have to tackle the hill.
Alright, you guys ready?
We're just getting into position. How's the hill?
Just finished. This is gonna be quite the show.
We're about to reach the grate, Sid. It's not too late to back out.
Yes, it is. I'm not letting those cinderheads get the better of me. I can handle this grade easily.
Easy, Sid. You're tearing my fire to pieces.
Sorry.
Come on, Sid! You got this!
Shut up, Craig.
Van Horn's beer! She's actually doing it!
I told you, Canadian boy, I can handle this! Ah!
What's the matter, Sid? Out of juice? Don't worry, there's no shame in a second attempt!
Craig, wait! No!
See you at the bottom!
Craig!
Wow, a backwards fourth wheel slip. What do you call that? Oh, shut up.
Make it stop!
We can't. The throttle's stuck. Hit the deck! Sid, speak to me!
Oh, I'm fine. Wait, no, now I feel it.
Oh, Lord. This is serious. Nothing to do now but call for a mechanic and a tow. Wait, how are we moving? It's the cars! They're pulling us back!
The brake! Someone hit the brake!
Nothing's working, not even the radio.
If only there was something we could do to get their attention.
Help! Craig! Brake, somebody!
It's gotten quiet. Very quiet.
Maybe she stopped to build up pressure before continuing. See anything up there, Craig?
Well, I've lost sight of her up here.
Wait, I see her. She's coming down the hill.
She's probably backing down for a second try.
Actually, she's moving pretty fast.
Run away!
What happened?
She slipped at the spot I greased and she started backing down the hill.
You did what?
You guys have to stop her!
There's passengers on board.
And there's that expensive Skytop lounge on the rear. We'd crush it at this speed.
You have to slow her down first. Nathan, head back and be ready to catch us.
All right.
Gotcha! I can't hold it!
Craig, you have to reverse and apply steam.
What are you talking about?
Just do it! Reverse and apply steam, slowly!
Wait! We're slowing! Frank, get ready!
Okay, nice and easy. Nice and easy.
Sound off! Is everyone alright?
I'm good.
Still in one piece.
I've been better.
Oh, that's good. For a minute there, I thought we were in real...
Oh, sweet Harriman.
That was a serious piece of railroading, you four. If it wasn't for your quick thinking, this situation could have had a much unhappier ending. But at least you're all safe. Because that means I can tear you apart myself. Senseless endangerment of passengers and crew. Deliberate sabotage of rail-to-wheel adhesion with greased rails. Damage occurred to said rails from excessive wheel slip. Careless attitude concerning the overloaded nature of the train. Not to mention the extensive damage that has occurred to Sidney's valve gear and the couplers and brake rigging on the passenger cars. Any questions?
In short, you're mad with us, aren't you, sir?
Oh, I'm not mad. I'm furious! The press will tear us apart. We'll be lucky if only one lawsuit arises from this. I hope you three are happy with yourselves.
But it was an accident, sir! Ask someone! They'll back us up!
I'm waiting.
Andy?
I'm sorry, what was that? I think there's still some sand in my smoke box.
Anthony?
I've got nothing to say.
Dan!
Nope. I'm staying out of this one.
Okay, yes, Train Master. It was our idea to...
It was all their idea.
Hey!
They came up with a plan to overload Sid's train and they roped me into it.
Sir, it's not what it sounds like. We didn't mean to cause a runaway. We just wanted to...
Actually, Frank suggested it in the first place.
Oh, come on!
Zip it! The three of you and crews are to blame for this. The reputation of the San Juan Limited and our company itself has been compromised with your actions. I might have to cancel the service when this is all over.
Sir, please...
No, not another word out of any of you. Someone has to pay for this debacle, and that is exactly what's going to happen. I am sending the three of you up the hill with this track crew to replace every single rail you ruined with your recklessness today.
Ugh.
It's not so bad, I guess.
Well, maybe we can find out how far Sid's wheel slip lasted. It's probably a new record.
Craig?
Laugh it up. Enjoy your late night work train service, because it's the last assignment you'll ever receive.
Sir, do you mean...
You're done. All three of you. Tomorrow morning, I'm having Carter drop your fires, disconnect piston rods, and drain your boilers. You are hereby pulled from the San Juan roster.
Sir, please.
Nope.
Let me just
My mind is
explain.
made up. There is no more negotiating over this. I'll be back in the morning to oversee your shutdown personally. Good night.
No.
Excuse me?
I said no, sir.
Don't stick your neck out for them.
I'm just as guilty as they are, sir.
Explain.
Yes, Craig, Frank, and Nathan tried to overload me on the hill, and I hate to admit it, but they did succeed. But I'm guilty because I knew what they were doing, sir. I played along with it, tried to prove how capable I was. That train was way over my pulling capacity, and I should have known better. Instead, my ego robbed my judgment, and we all paid the price. Look, I'm the new girl, so punish me as you like, but these guys, they're family. Sir, they're your family, and they have been for years. Don't turn your back on them over one incident. Too many steam engines are forever silent because of heated decisions like this. Please, trust me on that.
All right, I'll spare them. For now. Nathan, Craig, and Frank, work train duty. And if I hear so much as a sigh from your cylinders, it's the deadline. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal clear, sir.
Wonderful. Perhaps there's hope for you yet. Get going.
Talk about an interesting evening, huh?
Now for the rest of you, consider the events of today a warning. Recklessness of this extent will not be tolerated under any circumstances. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a few phone calls to make and a few favors to turn in.
Comfortable?
As much as a cripple can be, I guess.
Don't be so dramatic. Carter's a bit of a buffoon, but he's a complete wizard. He'll have you fixed and shined up better than the day they built you at Alco?
Baldwin.
Lima. A few months of rebuild will pass before you know it.
Where are they going?
Apparently, they've been reassigned. The train master is lending them out to some personal friends of his who run private tourist operations in the Midwest, as well as some backwoods tourist operation in Pennsylvania. They'll be lucky to run a couple months out of the whole year. Poetic justice, as he called it.
Oh, ouch, that's harsh.
Perhaps. But they did have it coming. Well, take it easy, Sid.
Rough night?
The worst. It's never easy for an engine to completely lose their dignity and status in one day.
Oh, I can relate. I've been in your brake shoes before.
Really?
For sure. After that stunt I pulled, they dumped me back here in pieces. Same as you. But they didn't give up on me. Instead, they've been slowly putting me back together these past few years. So, I know you're in good hands.
What's your name, Saddle Tanker?
The name's Benjamin, but you can call me Ben. I'm the original switch engine around here.
Well, I haven't seen you before.
I've been away for a bit. They're just firing me up for my federal inspection today.
Let's get going, Ben. The inspector is already in the trainmaster's office. He'll be out in a few moments.
Ready, Carter. Glad to see you got that promotion. Don't feel too bad. They really are good engines. They'll come around. Perhaps someday the trainmaster will forgive them and bring them back home again. I'm sure trainmaster has plans for other engines to join us soon. Catch you later, Sidney. Love to talk more, but I have a serious backlog to make up.
No problem, Ben. Have fun in the yards. Maybe someday.
Sidney, how's the limited?
Oh, same old, same old. Crowds astounded, flashbulbs flickering like stars in the sky, and a smile on every face.
Sounds to me like you're slipping. Perhaps the great Sidney has finally run out of tricks to impress us with? How did you...
Oh, Dan. I've still got a few tricks in my cylinders.
Welcome to our railroad. I hope you find it pleasant here.
Any idea to what job Trainmaster needs you for?
Well, I'm most comfortable with freight, but I am experienced in passenger service. Do you guys still offer that here?